What's up, guys? This is TaiZen. I'm riding with the Skinny over here. Say hello, Skinny.
Hello, hello.
And in this video, guys, I was talking to the Skinny here the other day as we were driving around Atlanta. And he was asking me, if a new person was to get started in investing in cryptocurrencies, or if I had to do it all over again with what I know now about cryptocurrency investing, what would I do different, and how would I get started so that I can get get the most bang for the buck and get the most out of my money when I start investing in cryptocurrencies? And I thought that the Skinny asked a really good question there, so I just wanted to answer it for you guys and explain to him as well as explain to you guys at the same time. And the Skinny here will be asking questions along the way. Okay, so if I had to start all over again with cryptocurrency investing, the first thing I would do is I would take an amount of money that I had that I know for a fact that if I lose this money, all of it, 100% of it, that it would not hurt my ability to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, or put food on the table for my kids. So you would have to have some type of disposable income. So it doesn't matter where you start at, whether you're in a third world country or you're in Western world or a first world country. It doesn't matter where you're at. Everybody can always put away 1 month's worth of income. Okay, I would start with at least somewhere between 2 weeks to 4 weeks worth of income. So in America, 2 weeks to 1 month's worth of income would be anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000. So according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average American makes about in the mid 40s. I think it was like around $45,000, $46,000, $48,000 a year, right? So that comes out to be about $4,000 a month. Okay, somewhere between $3,000 to $4,000 a month. I'm just going to use $4,000 as a easy number for me to do the math in my head while I'm talking. So let's just say that, and then if you guys live in a country or where you only make like $300 or $400 a month, I want you guys just to do the math proportionally so that it fits within your budget and within your risk tolerances. Okay.
But with Bitcoin being broken down into Satoshis,
yeah,
you can start an account, a crypto account,
yeah,
with like little, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is the first time in human history where you can start investing in the cryptocurrency market with any amount of money, even with $10.
Well, when you start with stock in the U.S. or or other markets,
it's tough.
Market, they want thousands and thousands and thousands
of
dollars.
There are some accounts like that there are some what's called aggregate accounts where you can invest and buy 1 share or 2 shares or 3 shares of stock, and they aggregate your order. They combine all your orders together, and then they'll submit like an order to buy 100 shares, and they come back and they divide it up. Where I get 5 shares, you get 2 shares, and somebody else gets 3 shares or something like that. To me, that's just a waste of time. Absolutely, I don't recommend that. That's what I call a waste of time investing. Okay, that's not going to change your life. Okay, if you guys notice, the theme of our channel is life-changing profits. Okay, investing in 1 or 2 or 5 shares of a stock is not going to change your life anytime soon. You won't even notice it when you do make the money. In cryptocurrency investing, there's lots of opportunities to create life-changing profits, because if you're able to set aside 2 weeks or 4 weeks worth of income and invest into the markets, if you hit the right one, and you get a 10x return. A 10x means 1,000% profit. So if a 1x return means 100% profit, a 2x return is a 200% profit, and a 3x return is a 300% profit, and so on. So if you do that, you have that opportunity. So let's just say that I'm going to use 2 examples. Okay, let's say that you live in America and I live in Vietnam, and you make $4,000 a month in America, and I only make $400 a month in Vietnam. So I'm going to use those 2 examples.
U.S. dollars.
Yeah, U.S. dollars. And then, and so that the audience can see what we're talking about, so that they can relate to it. Okay, so let's just say that you take 1 month's income in America where you take your $4,000 and I live in Vietnam and I take my $400, right? Now, keep in mind, guys, that $4,000 seems like it's a lot because it's 10 times more than the $400 that I make in Vietnam, right? But keep in mind that the bills, the water bills, the electricity bills, the phone bills, the cable bills, and the property taxes, and all that the skinny has to pay to live in America is probably going to be close to that $4,000. And what I have to pay for living expenses in Vietnam is probably going to be close to that $400. So it's going to be proportional, all right? So that we're making an apples to apples investment decision here.
Okay.
So let's say you take your $4,000 and I take my $400, right? The first thing that we're going to do with it is we're going to divide it up into like 10 units, 10 portions, okay?
Right.
Or you're going to take we're going to just look at it like a pie, okay? You take your $4,000 pie and I'll take my $400 pie, and we'll split it up into different portions. Oh, first of all, you got to take that $4,000 and go to Coinbase. That's the only one that I trust so far to recommend to people, okay? Because we've bought Bitcoins there before, and we many people have bought, many of my friends and colleagues and people in the cryptocurrency community have bought Bitcoins.
That's a business.
Yeah. So you need to go there and exchange your $4,000 into $4,000 worth of Bitcoins. That's like, no matter what you guys do, you have to exchange your fiat currency, like the US dollar, the euro, the yen, the yuan, whatever it is, country that you're in, you got to convert it into Bitcoins first. Everybody tries to invest in the cryptocurrencies without exchanging it into Bitcoins first, and that's extremely difficult. Just go there and get that. That's the first step that you need to do, or else nothing else matters. Okay. So once you get your $4,000 worth of Bitcoins, and I exchange mine for my $400 for $400 worth of Bitcoins, now we need to take those all those Bitcoins that we have, and you need to divide it up into 10 equal portions. So for me, it would be $40 of Bitcoins, $40 worth of Bitcoins into 10 units. And you need to do the same thing for your $4,000 worth of Bitcoins. You divide them into $400 portions, okay? Now, keep in mind that Bitcoin is around close to $1,000 right now. So if you get $4,000 worth of Bitcoins, you're getting almost 10 Bitcoins.
Well, no.
No, four.
Four
Bitcoins.
Yeah.
My bad. And then my $400, I'm going to get $400 worth of Bitcoins, because Bitcoins can be divided into 100 million units. So that doesn't, you see, people think that they have to buy one whole Bitcoin. And my point is that you do not have to buy one whole Bitcoin. You can just buy a fraction of a Bitcoin, because it can be divided into 100 million units.
So but I can take $20 to Coinbase?
Yeah, you can go to Coinbase with $20 and exchange those $20 for $20 worth of Bitcoins.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take, €1 or 1 yen and go to Coinbase and exchange it for that equivalent of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have, 10 portions of Bitcoins each, right? We're gonna go and invest it first, okay? We're doing that, we're getting the Bitcoins not to invest into Bitcoins. We're gonna take those Bitcoins and we're gonna invest it into specific cryptocurrencies that have the highest potential for growth, okay? They're gonna be risky, and you're gonna probably lose money on the majority of your investments. So out of those 10 portions that you have, you're gonna put it into 10 different cryptocurrency investments. Most of them will be ICOs, or initial coin offerings. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them, okay? You're gonna invest it into some ICOs, because the ICOs that are good have a potential to grow 10x, 20x, 30x, 40x, sometimes even 50, 60, 70x. So you need to hit one of those. Your goal is to get one hit of a 10x or better. That's your goal.
10x is 1,000%.
Yeah, 10x is 1,000%, right? Because if you hit 1,000%, then the 4,000 at 10x, right? If you multiply the 4,000 initial investment that you put in times 10, you'll get $40,000. And the 400 that I invest in, if I hit a 10x, then that'll be $4,000. And that is a life-changing amount of money, because with $40,000, that can be a down payment on a house. That can be a college education for you. That can be a car for you, a car for your wife.
So if I take $4,000, I divide it into 10 equal segments.
Yeah.
I'm investing $400 in each crypto.
In each one.
Currency. Some of them
Yeah.
ICOs.
Yeah.
8 of them fail, or
Yeah.
break even, or
Yeah.
whatever. But you're saying that 1 or 2.
It will
You're
hit
looking
so
for the big
big.
return.
Yeah. And my math is wrong right there. I was doing the math. It's going to hit like 20 or 30x or 40x, right?
Of the 400.
Of the 400, and
Right.
and you can expect a win rate of about 3. 2 or 3 out of those 10 investments should hit a 10x or better.
Okay. So even if one of them hits a 10x.
Yeah, even if one of them hits a 10x, you still
break
may
even.
you break even.
It's
Even if you
4,000.
lose on all the other one. And based on the research and based on real world investments that I've done, right? The absolute worst case scenario is you'll lose about 75% of your investment.
Okay.
So let me say that again. I'll use some examples, okay? So those 10 portions that you invest into 10 different cryptocurrencies,
Right.
the absolute worst case scenario is that your $400 investment in it would drop down to $100.
Right. Yeah, you could lose $3,000 in the $4,000 example.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what happens is this is the key here, because the majority of your investments will not make money. See, people think that every time you invest in a cryptocurrency, it should make money. And in my opinion, that's a wrong mindset and a wrong approach to take. Most of the time when you invest in a cryptocurrency, most of the time you're gonna lose money.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well just write it off that that's a loss, right?
Right.
But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the ones that will hit a 10, 20, 30, 40x return.
Well, if you take $400
Yeah,
and invest it in crypto that gets a 30x return, you turn
Yeah.
$400 into 12 grand. So that's huge.
yeah, it's huge. And you need to do this like 3 times, at least 2 to 3 times before what I consider your set. In other words, you start off with very little bit of money, but then once you get it up to a point, your account gets to a point where it's enough money in there to where now you're sustainable, and now you can take lots of big shots. Okay, so if you get that 4,000 up to a point where now the account is worth about $20,000,
Sure.
right? And that can be easily done. That's not like impossible, right? So once you get it to about $20,000, now instead of investing 400 into a cryptocurrency, now you have enough firepower or enough investment capital, and that's in the world of cryptocurrencies, we call that firepower, right? So you have enough investment capital to put like $1,000 into it per cryptocurrency. So now you have 20 attempts instead of just 10 attempts with $400 each. Now you have an opportunity to take 20 shots at $1,000 each. And if we just still base it on the 3 out of 10, a 30% win rate, where you're going to hit big, then what happens is you can expect, just do the math, you can expect that out of those 20 shots that you take, about anywhere between 4, 5, or 6 of those will hit really big. And when they do, they're going to compound your account, and you're going to go from about $20,000 to about $70,000. And once you crack over $50,000 in US dollars, then you have, in my opinion, you have enough capital to work with to where now every time you make an investment, you're probably going to put somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000 into that cryptocurrency.
So the question becomes from the new guy side.
Yeah.
How many other cryptos are there?
Oh, they're coming out with new ones almost every month. There's like 2 or 3 that come out every month.
And is that sustainable?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that stopping in the next. That would be the equivalent of asking, hey, when Al Gore invented the internet. I mean, at least that's what the U.S. history book. The U.S. history books say that Al Gore invented the internet. So if it's written in the U.S. history books, it must be true. Okay.
Right.
But after Al Gore invented, I was just being sarcastic. Okay, guys, in case you don't come from the U.S. and you didn't understand that joke. But anyway, if when the internet first came out. You remember all these .com websites that popped up?
Yeah.
And the question is, will it ever stop?
How many websites will there be?
How many websites will there ever be when the internet was released to the public?
Right.
Right? And till today, are there still people creating new websites?
Yes.
Okay, every day, right?
Every
Thousands
day.
of them.
Every day.
Okay, well, that's the same thing with the cryptocurrencies. It's not going to stop anytime soon. Okay? Now, there are diehard Bitcoin fans or diehard Bitcoin people that are called Bitcoin maximalists. Those are like really diehard Bitcoin fans, and they swear up and down that all cryptocurrencies are software, and it can all be programmed and written however you want. And since Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency, that there's no need for any other cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin, because any improvements, any features that need to be included, they can just write it into the software in the future.
Well, I mean, the growth, when you see 20 and 30x winners in the other currencies would dictate that's not the case.
Yeah, so that's never going to stop, because as long as there's like you said, as long as there's a profit potential, people are not going to stop coming out with them. Why would they? I mean, if there's a profit to be made and there's people doing it, why wouldn't you create more?
Right.
Hell, if I was a computer programmer, I'd come out with an ICO myself. But I there's an ICO that an identity to prevent identity theft that I want to make, but I'm not a computer programmer, so I don't know how to do it. But I have an idea for an identity system, right? So, but I don't create it. I don't have an ICO on it because
right.
I don't know how to do it. Not that I don't know how to do the ICO, I just don't know how to code it to make sure that it's done correctly. Right.
Well, that's what makes an investor different than a programmer, right?
Yeah.
Or a business owner, or a...
Yeah, and here's the other thing too, though. So once you do that, right, you that's how you flip it. That's what we that's what I call flipping ICOs or flipping cryptocurrencies. Just like, and that term comes from I coined the term flipping ICOs or ICO flipping, based on people who like to flip real estate.
Right.
They buy distressed properties or undervalued properties, fix it up, and then you invest into it and then sell it, right? Well, the cryptocurrencies, when we flip cryptocurrencies, right, whether it's an ICO or after the ICO happens, right, we're flipping it because we think it's undervalued and there's a potential for growth. Now, what if the ICO does not succeed? What if the cryptocurrency does not succeed? What if they raise money and then they don't complete the project, or they're unable to complete the project or whatever?
Well, it's a loss.
Yeah, it's a loss, and hopefully you had made some money before that happens, and that's the whole idea behind it. Some people will say that, hey, you know what, you're pumping and dumping, or it's a pump and dump coin or whatever. The goal of this is to make money, and sometimes people forget that.
Of an investor.
Yeah, we're investors. This is not a tech channel. This channel is not out there to change the world. This is an investing channel where we look for opportunities to invest. Where is it risky? Yes, it's risky, right? Because you can lose all your money because you're giving your money to random strangers that you don't know, and you're hoping that they follow through with what they claim.
In their business
statement
or white paper or whatever.
Exactly. Whenever they claim that they're going to raise money, and you're contributing to them, and they're going to go and do this software project, you're hoping that first they don't run off with the money, and then second that they actually do what they claim. Now, that's the part that when I invest in a cryptocurrency, that's the part that I'm the most concerned with, is are they going to run off with my money? Right. So that's why I invest only in projects from guys that have a reputation or they've had a track record of working on different projects.
Yeah.
Okay, without running off. I don't care if they succeed or fail at the project. I hope they succeed so I make even more money. But the main thing that I look for is that, is this guy a scammer? Is he going to raise money, take everybody's money, and run off? You know, as long as he works on the project and he's releasing the updates and we can see it, right? I mean, nobody knows if the project's going to succeed or not. So, as long as he makes an effort to work on the project, that's all I can ask for.
But you're really just taking a 10% shot. I mean, you're 10%
Yeah.
of your account.
Yeah.
In the beginning, later on, you know.
Exactly.
Later on, it's 5% or whatever. But
yeah.
in the beginning, it's just 10 tries.
Yeah. So the first goal is to exchange your fiat currency into Bitcoins. Without the Bitcoins in your hand, in your possession, you cannot invest into anything, right?
How fast does it move? How fast does an ICO happen?
An ICO, usually when you hit it, and nowadays, like when I first got into it, it would take like a year or more. But
Right.
nowadays, it's like within 3 to 6 months. You can tell the minute that they're released and the coins are available for trading, within 3 months to 6 months. Like for example, when I invested into Golem
Yeah.
for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I invested into Golem for you, it's only been what, a month or two?
Right.
It's only been like a couple of months, and it's already up like over 100%.
So, my question is this though. So I've got money in my account,
Yeah,
you know, and I need to get my Coinbase going,
yeah.
right? But are there press releases? There's an ICO coming. Like,
Well,
do
there's
we know,
different.
like a week before,
you-
a month before.
Well, yeah. Usually, if you're following, like, you know, if you're a full-time investor like myself, a full-time crypto investor like myself, I mean, there's different forums, there's different, you know, spots that we track and we monitor, and you know, and then because you know our channel is the most popular cryptocurrency investing channel on the market, there's ICOs teams. When they start, they reach out to us to
Yeah.
see if we'll review their ICO and, you know, talk about it. They try to get on our show and do interviews and stuff. So that, you know, there's different ways that you can monitor the market, right?
Sure.
To see what ICOs are coming out. And because we've been in the cryptocurrency community since the beginning, and we were early adopters, right? So there's one advantage that our channel has, is that we have a lot of people that come to us to notify us. So we have a whole network of people that's out there, you know, like, and then our subscribers and our followers, they also go out there, and whatever they hear, they bring it back to us too. So it's like, you know, when I share this with my knowledge and my experience about cryptocurrency investing with our followers and our subscribers, we also get feedback from them about new cryptocurrencies that's coming out too.
So how long does it take for my dollars to turn into Bitcoin at Coinbase?
That happens almost instantly.
Okay, so it's not 3 days like stock.
No. This is just, however, especially if you're just doing like $4,000 or less, it's just almost instant. Okay. And then, you know, you can take those Bitcoins, and once you get them from Coinbase, you can transfer it to a cryptocurrency exchange, or you can transfer it to your own personal wallet, and then keep it there until you need to make the investing decisions.
Okay, but you'll be ready at that point to invest.
Yeah. So I'll wrap up this video, and then maybe in a future video we can talk about some of the cryptocurrencies that are not ICOs, but that are I'll make separate videos where I'll talk about different ICOs that I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's coming up. That's more of Leon's responsibility on our team, you know.
Okay.
Leon's the one that does all the technical research, and that's why you don't see him too much on the videos, because he'll spend months to do research on one ICO, because he has more of a technical background than I do, and he'll do that, and then he'll compile the research into a report, and then we have an in-house scoring system, right, where we score the ICOs to make sure that it fits a certain criteria. So we have a certain criteria that, you know, we filter them through, and if it meets our criteria, then we'll talk about it on the channel. If it doesn't fit our criteria, then we don't talk about it on the channel. And that's the thing that a lot of people,
Right.
you know, more than likely, people always ask us, you know, what cryptocurrencies are you investing in? Right? That's like one of the most common questions that we get on our channel. And one of the things that we do is that, more than likely, if we talk about it, you know, you can pretty much bet that we put money into it.
I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if we don't talk about it, number one, more than likely, it did not fit our investing criteria. Or number two, we just didn't have time to do research on it. And, you know, we're not going to get everything. So it doesn't really matter to us.
Okay.
You know, we can only, we have, you know, limited resources of investing capital, and we have limited time on what we can invest in.
Right.
So if we miss it, we miss it, you know. And there's times when, you know, in the past where, for example, like Stratus, you know, like Leon, he did the research on it, and, you know, we made, you know, we had a disagreement on whether or not to invest into it. So he invested into it during the ICO, and he's made over 10x on it. He's made like, I don't know, like, yeah, well, actually, it went up as high as 20x within just like a couple of months.
Okay.
Okay, and
so he won that argument.
Yeah, he won the argument. Yeah, I mean, like, and it's no big deal. It's no big deal because there's times when I've invested in something and he didn't invest into it.
Right.
So just because we're on the same team and we both do the research and we share with each other and we score it, there's certain things that, you know, that I just won't do, and then there's certain things that he will do. But on that one, yes, I did screw up on that one. So I got into it after the ICO, which I still made money on it. I still made like, you know, 2x, 3x, 4x on it, you know, but he made like 20x on it.
So what's comical to me is, you know, in the stock,
Yeah,
you know, and even people that trade futures or, you know, stock options,
yeah,
you know, for you to say I made 100 or 200% and, you know, kind of be bummed about the performance
yeah,
is really funny, because in the stock world, you know, managed money,
yeah.
you know, if I'll make you 10 or 12%
That's bullshit, man.
for the year.
Yeah,
For the year, like your 401k, and people
Yeah.
that tell you, hey, give me some money, I'll put it in the market.
Yeah.
You know, for unsavvy investors.
yeah,
I'm going to put, you know, I'm going to make you, if someone told you they'd make you 15% a year and actually delivered it,
yeah,
your people would be excited about that rate of return
Yeah.
annually.
yeah.
So for
We ain't
100 or 200% is huge.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Like whenever we invest, you know, our goal is to make, like, we don't even look at a cryptocurrency if it only has a 100 to 200, 300% potential. We look for things that have a 10x,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
and at bare minimum, at least a 5x, bare minimum.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that would conclude this video, guys. And if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up if you guys want it, so I can make more about it. If you guys don't like it, you know, give me a thumbs down so I'll know not to waste time making it. And thanks for watching this video, guys. If you have friends or family that would like to learn more about cryptocurrency investing, make sure you share this channel with them. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video.